as a coach, if you don't know me, I'm a coach in the youth level, but I wanted to talk about a couple of things that I'm a bit confused with, or my opinion on the Man United game, seeing as I've got 4,000 subs now, and about 1,000 of you are new. And it's going to be really quick. I'm not going to go on about it too long. One, Ollie needs tons of help by his players. That's what it seems to me. Doesn't seem like anything he's doing really affects the games I've been watching, not only today, but like the other day. And if it did, the one thing he did is he put like well, it was against him and it was not against him, was putting um Lingard on. So why didn't he put Lingard on in this game? If he did so well, why did he not put him on in this game? Even though many people don't like Lingard, if it worked before, you think, as a coach, if I put someone on and they did well, I would normally put them on again, and vice versa. Ronaldo, to be fair, he hasn't been scoring all the goals, but it's a really unpopular opinion, but he seems to be like floating around, and people are actually playing around him. I will make a video later on showing you that he like makes runs and people don't pass him the ball. And there was one time when someone just ran into his space. So I don't know what's happening there. And I don't know, man. Like I don't have good feelings. Like I'm not the owners, but scoring one goal the other day in the last minute and like no goals today, and they didn't even look like they're really going to score. So they weren't really peppering Aston Villa's goal. And what's worrying if I was a Man United fan, which I'm not, is that, and as a coach, is that the other coach literally just put on a striker. What is up, guys? What is up, student? Good to see. So what's up, Diaz? And I haven't seen the Chelsea game, so I can't say anything about it. But basically, Man United, they have to be worried. Aston Villa in the last 4 or 5 minutes went after them. They put a striker on. They went more attacking, and that's very dangerous. Basically, that's what I think. And Ollie really didn't do much. I thought, what's the most worrying thing is, like, as a coach, when I look at Ronaldo, he's great. But what's up, Red Zone Sport? They play around him, and he seems really inefficient in build up games. And the only criticism, like, I love Ronaldo, no problem with him in his whole career, but you've got to point out when something's happening. And as a coach, I see him, and to be fair, he does the same thing, which is like good to him, but he don't have the pace anymore. So he dribbles up to someone, and like as a coach and as a player, you him once, and he kind of did it another time, and it didn't go so well. But if you, the point of a step over is to confuse people, to do a skill, to attract someone, and to pass it somewhere else, or to get around people. Can't really get around much anymore. And like it's obvious. I'm not saying it's like he's not a good player. He's an amazing player. But when you play towards like the one strength and passing to Ronaldo to score, you must pass him a lot. And it looks like Man United don't play that direct. Like if I was the coach and I had Ronaldo, literally every ball, every second ball, it's just to Ronaldo. Get it. If he's so good, get it to him. And can anyone ask me like why they didn't let Ronaldo take the last penalty? I know he's got a lesser percentage than Bruno Fernandez, but you bring him you bring in a guy and he's meant to be like the goat, and you don't let him take the penalties, and he takes the penalties and the free kicks, right? There's like it's like Ollie's trying to say because he picked the penalty taker, right? Is Ollie trying to say like, you have to work hard for your goals? That we I don't know, man. I'm just not a big fan of, you're getting Ronaldo and you're not letting him take the penalties. That's weird. That's number one. Number two, like I said, as a coach, I'm a coach. Like I put a youth player on, it works. Next game when we need him, I'll put him on again, or I'll let him play. Lingard did very well last couple of games, or whatever. And then now he didn't. I didn't see him play. Like I watched the whole thing, and unless something happened, Cavani did really well. I really was happy with Cavani. But Ronaldo seems like I don't know. There's a gelling issue. I was super happy with Greenwood, but Greenwood is like an amazing player. Like if I was a coach of like another team that can afford like semi big, huge players that are going to be big in like 5 years, bro, that guy's amazing. The only thing is, in this game particularly, he's so lethal. He also doesn't gel with a lot of people, but he's just lethal. Like, so he's so dangerous. So if he doesn't need to gel in a weird way, but but in this game, I think he should have been taken off a lot. He should be taken off like midway through the match because to beat Aston Villa, you need to gel. And in the end of the day, when a team like Aston Villa, look, they're a professional team, they're good, they got good players. But when a team like Aston Villa goes, you know what? Let's just take the game to them in the last 10 minutes instead of, oh my god, we have a draw, we're gonna like chill. They're like, nah, we're not gonna chill, we can win this game. And if you don't believe me, go and listen to the commentary. They even seen it. They can smell blood, you can smell it. So that's an issue because everybody studies these games. All the coaching from the other teams like, wait a minute, we can go after United when in the last 10 minutes because the other thing I have to say is like everyone's got their own style. I'm not saying nothing about me and like how good I am compared to everyone. I'm just pointing out what I see. I think that Ollie has a ploddy way of playing. Like it's very ploddy. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's very good, but it's weird when you have Ronaldo up front. Literally, if anybody was the coach apart from Ollie, you get the ball and you just look up, you see Ronaldo, and you just pass Ronaldo the ball. Obviously, you have to support Ronaldo, but it's like they taken 10 years to get the ball to him. And that is very weird to me. Like they do this build up stuff, which is great, but it's too slow. It's too slow. And one goal in 2 games from a mega giant like Man United is worrying. They didn't look like doing much. So, you know, I'm pretty happy. I won a little ting, but on the side. But I was going for Villa in that game. I must admit, and I was very very happy that they Man United missed a penalty, but but Ronaldo should have took the penalty. Lingard should have come on. Not that I'm a Lingard fan, but he did great. Like I cussed him. I didn't cuss him, but Lingard didn't do well in Champions League, and I made a video about it. But Lingard did great. So he has the pace and the ability to score, and they didn't put him on. I mean, I was happy with Cavani coming on. Cavani's good, and I have to be honest. I'm honest, right? Like these, obviously, like talent is out of any talent that I've ever coached. But boy, like Fred and McTominay, man, like you know, I get why they're in that spot. And McTominay, I think you can find better players. I don't even know which one's better out of them. I mean, Fred is has like a bit more of a passing range, but he makes mad mistakes, bruv, that really put you under pressure. So like McTominay, he doesn't make as much mistakes in the defensive areas, and he like literally is a bit limited when he gets up the top of the pitch. Fred, bruv, I watched the guy. People were passing ball right, left, right, and center. They were attacking the Aston Villa box, and then all of a sudden the ball gets sprung out to Fred, and Fred takes a shot. I'm telling you, I've got reserve 15-year-olds, 15-year-old reserves that if they do that shot from outside, I'm gonna be screaming at them. So that's not like good. Like whoever's the shooting coach needs to get teach them how to shoot because that's just terrible. I don't even know. I think Man United can strengthen their CDM. They're the best team. They're the one of the best teams in the world. They can definitely do that. But I don't like if I was a Man United supporter. I don't like Man United's ploddy way of playing. Slow, too slow, man. I mean, if I was Ronaldo, I'd be upset. Also, Ronaldo didn't do much in the game, but what can you do? I mean, if it didn't look like he was gelling with other people, and that's what I have to say about it. Okay, I'm very happy with the result. Greenwood's too selfish. Yeah, MK, you have it right. I mean, in the end of the day, is he selfish or does he not gel? Is he selfish? Does he gel? Does he like maybe he watches PSG and he's like proper wishing he was like Mbappe, but he doesn't have the pace. You know, he is lethal though. I rate Greenwood. I mean, but you have your coach teaches you what to do. Your coach tells you what to, how to play on the pitch. They're very ploddy and it gets to him and he kind of does his own thing. So I'm a bit worried about that if I was him, but he's a good player. No one can tell me that he's not a good player. He's like scary as well. Like if I was the other team, every time he gets the ball, he's like semi lightning quick in a couple yards, and then his shot is sick. Like, but he also needs to gel with someone, and I don't know if he gels with Ronaldo. Today he got the ball and he was going to shoot, and he pretended to shoot, and he went back to Ronaldo, and Ronaldo just stood offside. I don't know. I seen that in the last goal he scored, Ronaldo. He literally like was almost offside, and he like didn't even care he was offside, and then he just got back onside. That's probably Ronaldo knowing what to exactly do. Today, Ronaldo didn't spring back onside, and that was a wasted opportunity. I don't know if it's to do with age, do with fitness, he just thought that Greenwood would shoot like everybody else, but they need to get that partnership working very well because this is not good. This is definitely not good. I personally, if I was Man United, in having a say in the coaching department because I'm a coach, I would basically try to tell Ollie that you need to play forward more often. You need to play faster, and you have to trust. The word is trust. You have to trust the players that you have, which means if you have Ronaldo on the pitch, when you win the ball in the midfield, you look up and you see Ronaldo. Ronaldo's got one person marking him. You just pass. You're supposed to support him. And Ronaldo's good enough, man. He's able to do that. But if you don't trust Ronaldo, and if you're like, well, we just have to pass it around, and God knows what Ollie wants to do, but he's a good, decent coach. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm in the youth level, so I've got a long way to go. It's funny me saying that. I didn't go on the season unbeaten, by the way, but in saying that, I don't rate what Man United's play. It's too slow. It's too slow, man. Um, So Pogba, I thought Pogba played like 7.5 out of 10. He has amazing runs, and Pogba. The good thing Pogba is the thing that you won't hear other like YouTube football commentators or whatever say is that Pogba has got balance. What balance is that so when you have the ball, he don't know what Pogba's gonna do. He could pass, he could shoot. So when he's on the edge of the area, because his ability is he can finesse the ball to the side, he could like pass it, he could like nutmeg you or whatever, he can dribble with the ball. It makes it difficult to like mark him. And then you're just in two minds at all times. Pogba's made a little bit like some mistakes in the game, but nothing too bad. Which is, if you're a Pogba type player, you're gonna do that. So, like in the end of the day, that's my thing. Ronaldo didn't play as good as I thought he should do. He should have took the penalty. He should have took the penalty. Should have ripped the ball out of. What's that motion? Good to see. Ronaldo should have took the penalty, man. What's the point of coming to Man United if you're not going to take the penalty? You're Ronaldo. You're Ronaldo. You've won everything. Like, what's going on? I heard it was Ollie's choice that Ronaldo doesn't take the penalty. So that's another thing you can blame Ollie. Like, you know what? This is the fact. This is a good way to manage, right? You don't need. Sometimes I can explain to you in poker sense. When you have aces, you play them well. If you lose with aces, you lose with aces. Ronaldo is aces. Ronaldo is aces. When you have a penalty, you give it to Ronaldo. He's the guy who scores. And if you don't score, you can then blame Ronaldo. You be like, well, the best player in the world did not score. Yeah, I know. Motion, it's the truth. It is the truth. But, but it is. Ronaldo's done it over many, 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 many more. And as you take more and more penalties, as you've seen today, your stats go down. Unless you're like Letitia, who had a 100% record right? Am I speaking the truth here or what? Like, obviously, like there's kids. I as a coach, as a coach, as a youth coach, there's kids who don't miss, and there's my lethal strikers who miss sometimes. Those lethal strikers are going to take the penny because they take so much more. That they obviously, if you take 100, you're going to miss like 15 of them, right? And then the other player who doesn't take penalties will miss, but they don't have a chance to take 100. So that's what it is, man. Ollie screwed up there. If that's his decision. Okay, guys. Coach Technique here. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, bye.